Welcome, everyone, to the general gaming channel known as M12 Warthog Gaming. Welcome back to Strategy Guide. My name is M12 Warthog Gaming. I'm back with another Strategy Guide video, and today we are playing some Risk Factions, and we are going to show you the Strategy Guide for a strategic victory and analysis of the strategic analysis of the map known as catsmir. It is the second map that you will play if you play the campaign on Risk Factions. It also has some unique features such as some mines and a dam, which is not on every map, and it does feature some cities, and we're going to talk about those and what you need to do on this map. And let's get right into it by starting off by going over all your objectives and bonuses that you will get from completing these objectives. Control 3 connected cities, which you get in a starting maneuver. Now, connected means you have to have three cities. They're all connected via territories. In other words, you would have to take one city that you own and be able to maneuver troops from either to one of two different other cities in order to get this advantage. Control Warpaw. Warpaw usually is the best continent to get in the game, but we're not going for it right away. And there's a reason for that. But Warpaw usually on some maps is larger, some maps it's very small. I think on Big Ice it's very small, at only 2 territories, but gives you 2 troop bonus, and you can only attack it from 1 territory. So it has 1 border territory, but it only has 1 territory that it can be attacked from. So you can only defend 1 territory and hold out against it, but someone else, if multiple factions wanted to attack it, they would have to take over someone else's territory before getting to yours, which is like another layer of defense, although it's a little bit different on this map. Take over 7 territories in 1 turn will give you 2 additional troops during every turn while drafting, during your drafting phase. Note, continent bonuses only will apply during drafting phase, so you have to have full control of the continent before your drafting phase. Complete 2 entire continents, you get a attack die, mine 10 minerals, and you get a defense die. Now we're going to go over minerals and the unique features of the map starting out first. Now the first thing you want to look at is the mines down here in Kotara. This is the only continent that can be fully flooded by the dam above it. Now what that means is that all your additional troops, so if you have 1 troop in the territory, that means you control it. Any more troops that you have are additional troops. For each additional troop, you get 1 mineral from a mine. Now you could get more minerals faster by owning 2 mines. Now, maybe it's not such a good idea to have all your troops in this continent. I don't usually pick troops to start out in this continent unless it's the only option left, as we are manually picking these areas. But if you control Simos, a territory in Simos, Silverstris, for the other territory, you can get full control of this and you can choose to flood yourself. Now, on this map, there are 3 cities. Cities count as 1 extra territory in terms of the drafting phase for calculating number of territories held. For every 3 territories, you get 1 troop. Although a territory with city counts as 2 territories towards getting troops, in this factor of the drafting phase and poses no other strategical benefit other than what I just mentioned. Now, for me, I'm going to pick this city because everyone's going to want them. And I'm going to try and get Next Gen Bay, as it has 3 territories. It gives me 3, it has 5 territories, but it gives me 3 troop bonus. And it's well defendable, as I only need to arm 1 territory to protect it. It can be attacked from 3 other continents, but it has to go through 1 territory, which makes it easier if you want to defend that. Now, Warpaw, on the other hand, can be attacked through 3 different territories, and 2 of them are on water, 1 of them's on... Actually, 4 different territories, 2 on water, 2 on land. As you can see, there's one at the bottom that most people don't know about, but for starters, I'm just going to start picking away at territories, and hopefully no one picks in Next Gen Bay. Now, what I'm pretty much going to do is try and secure Next Gen Bay. Where else I go from there will depend upon what other people pick. But hopefully, Silver Stress is an area I'm going to go for next. Or maybe parts of Simas. I do not know yet, but I definitely know Next Gen Bay is definitely what I want. And when I pick all but one territory, I'm pretty sure one of the zombies or the humans are going to pick that territory so I don't get it. Or they could just completely let me get 3 extra troops on first turn. Now, for me, my troops are screwed. They're outside this area, as I really can't do much to defend them. By defend, I mean they're really scattered out. As you can see here, I got all of Next Gen Bay. If I put my troops here, they're going to get total destruction by the humans, which mostly occupy the area. But at least what I'm going to do is prevent the zombies from getting a full continent bonus on their first turn. Now, because I own control of half of the dam, I know at the beginning of the round, my troops will not be lost here. Although I won't lose any troops, as I will not put any additional troops in this area, as they could be easily lost to a flood. Which is why when I want to take out the area, I arm a bunch of troops on this continent, go through there, take them all out, and move my final army onto either side so that they don't get flooded away. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put 10 in this territory, 5 down in the one in Simas, plus whatever I get from my first drafting phase, and the city that I own in Next Gen Bay will be where I put my capital, and I'll talk about that when we get there. Now, I've noticed that computer players will typically more go towards putting their capital not in good locations in terms of the relation and distance between enemy territories, but more or less in a location that has more troops. So, if the territory that has the higher amount of troops is the one that's more likely going to be the territory that gets, that will be the territory that they have their troops, will be the territory that they have their, capital and most of their troops in. Okay. Now, I'm gonna put 10 there, 5 down in Simas, but I do notice one thing though. That is, the humans aren't too concerned about getting full control of Next Gen Bay, as they haven't decided to arm any territories around these 2 zombie territories that are remaining, which could be a great opportunity for the zombies to prevent the humans from getting full control of it. As for me, my starting position for my territories are not going to be defended, as they are not within a good area in which I could set up a good defensive border. But maybe if I conquer all of Simas, I can do that. I just need to hope that they don't put their capital in Simas, because then they'll be pissed off and constantly attack that, get their capital back. Now, the least likely place that I would imagine the zombies would put their capital would be in any territory in Warpaw. I own full control of Next Gen Bay, so they can't put it there. Silver Stress would be good, but all 3 territories in Silverstress border have a border either a human or a Yeti territory. I am Yetis. Yetis are blue, zombies are gray, and humans are green. If you do not know that, it's you figure that out through playing the capital. Not capital, but playing the campaign. I'm gonna put that there. Red is robots and cats are yellow, but they're not in this, so I'm gonna just place my capital here, far away from the action, so that it cannot get taken over. I thought they would have put it on the territory with 7 troops on Simas. And well, you know, I own half the dam, so they can't flood that place. I could flood their capital. No, I don't. It would actually be beneficial if I just went through Simas first. Which is what I'm gonna do. Well, to 7. Now it's not so high in my favor, but you wanna know what? I'm not gonna worry about arming that border, as they would have to attack this area to get to this area first. So I guess I'm fine on that front. Also, you may notice that I'm gonna leave this unprotected. As you can see these lines here. These lines all go to this territory. Which means if the humans want to travel through water to any of the other 3 areas any of the 3 other territories that can move across this channel of water, they would have to conquer this area. Which is another strategic value point, as I can go to 3 different continents from that one territory, but those 3 places that I can go to can't go to the other 3. They have to go to mine. Mine is like the central point that they all have to go to before they can move anywhere else. Now I get an extra attack die for controlling 2 territories. So I have a little bit of a bonus when I'm attacking. Now, the next part, it makes sense that they go for the... They would try and go for the, for pretty much all of the mines. Now I'm trying to figure out what the humans... Okay, all of Silverstress is just gonna get annihilated here. I'm just saying. Well, they actually lost quite a few to the first one, and they left 4 behind, so maybe they're planning on taking out maybe not all of them. But they have half of the control of the dam. But I have the other half, so as long as I hold that, I can put as many troops down there without having to worry about the place being flooded. Now, my turn to strike. I'm going to put all of mine here. Now I'm going to leave 12 here. Now, normally I would be able to go through and possibly take out all the other areas, but I don't want to do that. The reason why is that I want to wait until I get a bigger army to fully take out the rest of the area. And the reason for that is once I finish the rest of Kotata, I'm going to have to split off my army to protect 2 different borders, as Silverstress will be attackable, and so will Warpaw be attackable through Kotata as well. So I'm gonna have to take over 1 territory in Kotata. Like, I'm gonna have to defend 1 territory in Kotata and take over 2 territories in Silverstress to defend them. Or I can take out all of Silverstress and end up taking out this territory and just having this territory down here and this one down in Warpaw being my 2 territories that I defend from. But I don't want to stop halfway. I want to do it all in 1 turn. Otherwise, it'll be harder for me to defend, and I'll have 5 guys on, like, each territory that I border instead of maybe 10, which is less likely for them to attack me, and much harder for my enemies to get to when they are trying to attack me. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do. For me, the humans are probably gonna do some serious damage to the zombies. That's their main point here. They see me as too big of a threat or an even match, and the humans probably see me as see the zombies as an easier target to take out. They just pretty much took over that half of the dam and just let me have it with whatever. So, mine 10 minerals. Automatically, I get that bonus for an extra defense die. As you guys can see here, I'm going to take over this. I'm going to leave 8 there. Finish attack. And maneuver 4 there. Okay, finish. Now, the reason I'm putting less troops here, and like I said, I didn't want to spread them all out too much against maybe 4. I spread it out against 3, only because only for the sole purpose of one thing. And you want to know what that is? Is that I have a higher defense die. I get more defense die, so of course, I'm gonna be easier to defend. But also I knew the zombies were gonna stop at nothing to get back their territory, and they probably were gonna break my defenses, but I didn't want them taking over the whole island, so I protected every territory, so they'd have to go through somewhat of a small army just to get at my area. Now, of course, the humans keep attacking that area because they just want control of the dam. Well, damn them, they ain't gonna get it anytime soon. Well, full control of the dam anyway. But as more turns pass, the more amount of territory, more amount of troops I can get for my territories. Okay. I pretty much took out all the territories that they took from me last turn. Maneuver. Finish. I have maybe a few more. I'm probably going to stay right along this line down the half of the map for now. They got 3 troops, and they're probably going to go for the humans, because they've been pissing them off lately, and I don't blame them. Now I think the humans might attack me, and I don't have enough to defend it, as I have to spread out my army against 3 border territories, and as I mentioned before, I do not like this, but I can retreat back to 1 territory if I have to in a given area. But it looks like they're going to try and retake areas of Warpaw, or now try to focus on getting all of Warpaw for a set bonus. They just need 1 more territory to do so, and they literally brought down the army of the pigs to, like, brought down the army of the zombies to that. And I just realized, when I look at the map here and zoom in, this territory owned by the humans can only attack this one. I thought it could attack this one and the one above it. This one's not a border territory, which you have to pay close attention to that. I made a mistake on my part, and that probably cost me the few territories that I lost last round, so I'm just going to put them here. Now, of course, I have the odds are in my favor, as I can plow through this and take out this area. And what I can do is have these 6 maneuver them down here to this territory down here. But for now, I'm going to try and take out at least this area. Now, I have an extra attack die and an extra defense die, so them actually getting hold of this territory is going to be harder for them than they actually think it is. Well, now I have full control of the dam. Lucky me. Now that I have full control of the dam, I do not need these 8 here, and I can maneuver them as well into borders as well. But first, the humans pose the biggest threat as they have the most amount of territories. That is well defended for now, which means they're going to have to come through here to do that. They're going to have to put at least 9 armies before they're willing to attack me. They're more likely going to attack them and attack this lower defended area here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to maneuver all my troops from here down here. And now I have 3 stars. Now what I'm going to do is definitely prepare for the fact that they're going to go to Kotara again and get my troops. Though I'm going to do a number on their troops as I have a higher defense die count as I have an extra defense die, which I knew that I was going to lose a lot of troops, but I also knew that they were going to lose a lot of troops too. Pretty much, that battle that just went on last turn was going to be a Pyrus victory for them. The zombies were going to get that territory, or they weren't going to get it at all, and if they got it, it would be too great a cost. That's how that was going to go down. That's how it was going to go down. Speaking of strategy and tactics in Strategy Guide, Pyrrhus Victory was named after a Greek general Pyrrhus who was told to defend the southern part of Italy from Roman troops and whatnot and legionaries. Roman legionaries had more numbers and they could eventually each season hire new armies and throw them at him, and that's what they did, and eventually they got southern Italy. But Pyrrhus, this general of the Greeks, was given one giant army, and they said, we're not sending more troops there, that's all you get to defend this area. You're this great general who has yet to be defeated in battle, which he was never defeated, but he won every single battle at too great a cost. He'd go into battle, maybe more than half his army was lost, and he had high casualty counts, but he won the war, he won the battle, or whatever act of war he was involved with, always, but eventually he had to pull out of that area, and never really did much in terms of that. Okay, now I put troops here, but I'm going to do something else now. I'm going to not attack this turn, but I am going to maneuver troops into this area and defend it much more heavily. From this map, it pretty much looks like if you have as much troops as I do, you're always going to have like 3 borders to defend. Once again, I have more defense die, so I have the advantage here. He pretty much got a pirate. He got a loss. I was about to say Pyrrhus victory, and I'm like, he didn't even win anything, so. I like it how it asked me if I want to flood my own continent that I own. I don't get that. I don't understand that whatsoever. Of course, now I'm going to add 9 here. This whole time I've been bordering the human's capital. Now I think it's time that we attack it with the fast battle. You have 1 versus 17, yeah. 17, not 18. I leave a troop behind to protect, to occupy the territory that was once mine. Now I've taken away 2 territories from them and their capital, but I've put a border there. So now I still have 3 borders to defend from, but I don't have to worry so much about it as they will be getting less troops this turn. Matter of fact, they own a total of 7 territories, so they're only going to get about maybe 3 troops. And plus whatever they get from their stars, which they're not getting any, as they don't even have enough numbers to capture one of our territories, and the only ones that they can capture have way too many troops. And this is also a good strategy, because it also limits them as to what they can get. Now, of course, is the time where I put all my troops here. And at this point, I think I can get the rest of the territories in Warpaw, and I should be able to get a victory this turn, if not next turn. But it'll be a little bit harder as I will not be able to maybe fully defend all borders if I do it in this way. Now, as you can see, I get a starting maneuver as I ended up connecting 3 cities. Now, the highlighted area indicates that I connected the 3 cities, although as you can see, all 3 cities are connected to each other, which means there's a path between each city to both of the cities. Now, you could connect it in a way to where you have to go through one city to get to, from your starting city, you have to go to another city before you can get to the 3rd city, but it still counts as connected, and it still works in that way. Not all 3 have to be connected to each other, it's just that all 3 have to be connected to to a city. So there has to be a line linking all 3 cities together of your territories. Not every single city has to be connected to the other 2. In that regard. Anyway, guys, I got a tactical and strategic victory here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this episode of Strategy Guide. If you did, leave any comments, questions, or feedback for me in the comment section down below would be highly appreciated. And if you have any strategy games that you want me to provide my strategical expertise and analysis on, or if you want me to do another map on Risk Factions, let me know. I'm planning on doing all Risk Factions maps because I just love this game so much. But I'm planning on doing all of them. But if you want to see me do specific maps, I'll do those first before I get to the other ones. Just let me know in the comment section down below on my Zerg ID, which will be in the description below, or just send me a question over Xbox Live. My gamer tag's on screen. I play on my Xbox 360 as I am poor and do not have an Xbox One. But I will see you guys later in another video.